All right. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of YouTube. This is Pastor Dowell. I am utterly, literally appalled and amazed at how so easily and so simple some people are. I mean, literally. In this world today, advertisement, news media, they literally do control the actual responses and thoughts of men and women today. You've been watching too much TV. I mean, entirely too much TV. They know how to sway the narrative. They know how to incite racism. They know how to push certain buttons and get people offended and stirred up over nothing. Well, the news media is pushing the narrative that Donald Trump is a racist. Well, let me tell you all something from my own personal discernment and opinion. You're all liars if you believe that. It's just a fact. It's just a fact. Most of us, we have an opinion, and we believe that our opinion is truth. Now, while we may all be entitled to our own opinion, we're not entitled to our own truth. All you have to do is listen to people very carefully. Listen to them very carefully and see the context that they're speaking in, if you have any discernment whatsoever at all. And then you will be able to comprehend what they're saying. Because if you just hear certain words and it triggers a negative response in you, then he who angers you controls you. Now, the news media, you can tell it. The establishment is after Donald Trump. They're after him literally. And it's just a modern day political lynching. And for those of you out there who can't see past the smoke, because you have so many things that are impairing your vision that is in front of you, the one thing I am sure of is that this bizarre behavior is deeply and collectively and socially embedded in the subconscious mind of men. And I think that we just don't know ourselves. We really truly don't. We really truly don't. Just because someone says somebody a racist or is a racist, is that really truly true? Because when we look at social media network, and you look at the internet, you look at TV, everybody knows that the news media spins everything. They spin everything. Is it not obvious that there's an agenda out to do every single thing that they can to destroy this movement that this man has actually started? Now, listen to me. In politics, I want y'all to hear me again for those of you, and I'm sure that many of you still not going to hear. I am under no illusion whatsoever at all about the political arena and the political health of this country. It is in the same condition as our financial health in this country. Sick. Just utterly sick and diseased. It's a cancer that has to be cut out, eradicated in order to be removed. But, I think that this passivity, this passive mind that causes a lethargic state, that genders to apathy, has really, truly helped us in our own personal destruction because we love a life of ease. I'm telling you, it's been a detriment to us. It's definitely been a detriment to us. And what good would it do if I turn around and say, I could pray for you, but you still have to be of a willing mind. You really, really, truly do. But to be manipulated so easily, but because the news media advertise, just by its very inception, they are evil. It's something when you have Fox, CNN, MSNBC, all of them, all together, all these news media, and they all are going after one person, utterly amazing. It's sad. It really, truly is. For the sake of honoring the truth, and that is the truth, for the sake of honoring it, I think we all need to really, truly search and look into our own hearts about a lot of things in life. And I'm not just talking about Donald Trump. I'm talking about things on the social, the political, the economic, and the religious point of view and perspectives. Really, truly, it's going to take some due diligence on your part. You're going to have to use self-autonomy, but if not, you're going to continue to be abused by the power sources that are out there that you're not aware of in this matrix you think you're aware of, but you're going to continually to be abused, coerced, and manipulated, and toyed and gamed by this theater that is taking place here in this world. And I think you should be ashamed of yourself. Really, literally. Because you have not invested in yourself. I mean, personal knowledge, personal education, self-education is some of the best knowledge that is gained in the world. But you have to first be willing to put yourself in a position to be taught. I'm utterly appalled at how dumb we are today. We are literally, as a society, have been dumbed down to an unprecedented level. I'm sure that the cell phones have probably contributed to it, because most of you live your life with this thing connected to your ear. Some video ago, a few videos back, I actually said, you know what? Try to exercise some self-control for once in your life. Try not to give place to impulses. Try to discern an emotion. But in order to do that, you have to be able to stop yourself when these feelings and these emotions are coming, because most of these feelings and emotions you don't even agree with. You just simply don't know it, though. You just don't know it because we've been functioning after these things for so long. For so long, they become a part of our nature, and we have accepted the lie, just like we have accepted the lie that the media is telling us the truth. The way they spin, the way they talk, the way they mesmerize people with the way that they use words. It's just utterly amazing, utterly amazing. I'm ashamed. I'm literally ashamed. I'm ashamed of my people. I'm ashamed of this country and the way it responds and reacts in this constitutional republic. We're in a very sad state. A very sad state. And I think that the powers that be actually have us exactly where they want us. I truly do. It's not hard at all to get people stirred up in this country. All you have to do is tell one lie, and that's it. That's it, and you believe it. You go off, and you believe it, and then next thing you know, you got people being incarcerated for acting a fool because they can't, at that particular time, use restraint and self-control. I understand peaceful protests. I understand protests. I understand revolution. I understand them all very, very well. But something has got to be done. Something has got to be done. And I know it's not going to take place on a grand scale. It's something that has to take place on an individual scale. You have to end up learning how to know yourself and love yourself, so that you don't be manipulated by others so easy. And it's amazing how we can't hear like we think that we do, is it not? I'll say it again. Do not let the media and the powers that be continue to keep on controlling you. Learn some self-control and really, truly listen. When people are speaking about politics, do you know when it's politics? Do you know when it's politics? For instance, Ben Carson endorses Donald Trump. They say some bad things about each other. See, you're in the mindset in believing in this particular arena right here that if somebody says something bad about me, then that makes them a lifelong enemy. Most of us are not mature enough, neither are we educated enough, because we have been trained in the public food system to not know how to turn the other cheek in certain things in life. There's some things, all this negative power and energy that's put behind it is just simply not worth it whatsoever at all. And you have to turn the page and move on, because if you're not, you're going to destroy yourself through bitterness, through self-hate, because you're self-absorbed. And a lot of these things that you are thinking that people have trespassed on you spiritually is nothing more than you not having any discernment whatsoever at all about your own heart. Really, it's just a fact. Your emotions, okay, if I'm hurt, that's what people say. I'm hurt, okay, show me where you're bleeding. Show me the pain. Most of it is just emotion, right? All emotion. And all emotions, they need to be checked at the door because they're simply not all right. Am I making any sense? Am I just talking to myself in here again? I think I'm talking to myself again. I really do. I believe that there's some intelligent people out there that really comprehend what I'm saying. I could be stretching myself beyond all belief, but I really truly believe that there's some people out there that actually understand what I'm saying. You have to be careful of offenses and be careful of certain trigger words. What words trigger you? That's a good question. What words trigger you and cause you to respond and act like an animal? Somebody wise says there's a time for war and there's a time for peace. There's a time for love and there's a time for hate. Go and understand what that means. Go understand what it means. And maybe, just maybe, just maybe, you'll be on your journey to self-autonomy. You'll stop acquiescing to everything that you hear. And just maybe, peace will finally rule in your hearts. Wake up.